Context. You have a lot of context about your customer. They've been with you maybe for a bit. They're either they have made some purchases. They have some history. So you have a lot of context. Use it. Provide a tailor-made experience to the customer. So use all the available context and fit the content to that context. So, for example, in this case here, if you can see, it's all the products that the customers own, the cases that the customer has opened in the past or want to open new ones, support contracts. So just very contextual information. And the benefits of something like this is reduce the information overload. Once you make it easy for your customers to get what they want, what they need fast, you're actually increasing their efficiency and make it much more likely that they use self-service instead of picking up the phone and calling you maybe. What are some of the usage-centric portal design principles? Again, there's some old paradigms and some new paradigms. So forget the 3-click rule that any web content has to be accessible within 3 clicks. That's an old metric. Enable content skimming. Again, there's a lot of research that has gone in. There's an F-shaped pattern that's been found to be most applicable. Think of Google Golden Triangle. Look it up. You will know what I mean. Don't make your users wait. Speed up your portal, because making users wait is a guaranteed way to lose their interest, to lose them. Make your content easily readable. Customers tend to read about 1/3 of the content only and skim the rest. So make it easy to read. Don't worry about some of the old paradigms of fold and vertical scrolling. These days it's expected and anticipated. Place important content on the left of a web page. Again, it's the left 1/3 that gets most attention. Use white space appropriately. It affects readability. The trade-off you're going to make is clutter versus comprehension. So use some of these principles, and there may be some more, but make it to drive the design based on how you want your portal to be used. Make it a usage and use case centric. Promote self-service, and this could be as simple things as opening a support case, a support ticket, or adding comments or files or additional details on the existing cases, requesting support contract renewals. So small items, small transactions, build that into your portal. Make it easy for the customer to go from looking at an information to needing, seeking additional help to making transactions. Just if you design it appropriately, self-service goes up, customer satisfaction goes up. So having seen some of these principles that we want to follow for good customer portals, well-structured customer portals, what are some of the technology that's available out there to do portals? So you want to go with a portal that allows you to obviously do a much better way of presenting content, much better way of leveraging multiple channels, and be integrated with the rest of your processes. So we're going to use Salesforce.com as our technology. It's a very good platform for implementing customer portals. It's integrated already into your sales and service processes. For those of you who are already using Salesforce.com, you know what I mean. For those who are considering a platform, definitely take a look at it. It offers a very seamless integration between some of the other major processes within the business, either it's a sales, maybe marketing, maybe post-sales support, and whatnot. So what we're going through here is a high-level plan for portal deployment that you can follow. We're going to talk about a few detailed steps also on the specifically Salesforce.com technology. So to begin with, start with the right strategy in place. Get the appropriate level of sponsorship and buy-in. Determine what is it that you want to show or share or offer the customers on your portal. That's your content and services offering. think about the content that already exists in your business. A lot of knowledge already exists in business many times. You might need to organize that in a manner that will help you leverage it for your customer portal. Obviously, select your portal technology platform, very, very critical. You want something that is that you can get and start running with in a much faster time. And define your policies, your procedures, your internal commitment. Make sure that that you are committed to put in the required time and energy to get it right. Because if you take a shortcut in that, the chances are that the end result is something the customers won't accept as much. And just because you built it doesn't mean they will buy it. Make sure you set a proper customer communication plan, both external, internal. Make sure you set such a plan in place. And don't wait for a long time to build a perfect one. Roll out in phases. What you'll find is many times once you have a phase rolled out, you will actually get a lot of metrics out of it, a lot of comments and feedbacks out of that you can build into future phases. So don't wait to get it perfect. Focus on your time to market. So let's take a quick look at some of the detailed steps to do this, to go about doing this using a Salesforce.com platform. So here's the first step that you will need to do for using Salesforce instance. You prepare the Salesforce instance. You have a lot of content, like I said, probably in the existing knowledge bases, maybe in systems that you have used in the past. Catalog all of them. Take stock of those. Assemble the knowledge base, the content, the articles that you already have. I think this is a critical preparatory step because you can actually leverage what you have much more than you think in the beginning. So also this allows you to avoid any instances where at the end of the portal you might look back and see that there may be a fewer content than you originally thought what you had, and this will kind of help calibrate that process earlier in the game. The other thing is what are the mechanisms to get new solutions in place? Solutions meaning resolutions to your cases and to issues that you have already found. So there should be a process. There's a structured way that you want to go about doing this. And these are in Salesforce. You're going to look at solutions. You look at the solutions approval processes. What is it? How is it that you're going to take case resolutions as they're happening on the field and then as they're happening live, and how do they feed into future case resolutions? So there's a structured way to go about doing that. So you got to start thinking about that. What licensing model makes sense for your portal? You got to decide how is your portal being or will be used. How do you want to open it to your customer? Are you going to offer it? There are a couple of different mechanisms, licensing model that Salesforce offers. One is where you can actually tie it to name to users. So you actually offer user ID logins and passwords for a set of users, so you can maintain a list that way. There are other mechanisms to offer on a high volume users where you're actually paying based on logins and not based on login IDs. So there are multiple licensing options that Salesforce offer. Pick the one that best meets your business requirements. Who all are you planning to include in your deployment? So finalize that, and then look at the sharing model. Once you have a platform like Salesforce.com being used by multiple processes and multiple user communities, internal and external, you want to make sure that the sharing model is set up right. So review your sharing model, revise it as appropriate and as needed. Those would be some of the preparatory steps that you want to start off with.